Welcome back to another episode of You Ask, We Answer, guys.
Yeah.
So on these videos, a lot of you subscribers will put questions in the comments and say, hey, I'm wondering about this, wondering about that. Then we go over them, and then in the next video, we try to pick some questions out and answer them for you guys.
Yeah.
So today we got some more questions that we'd like to answer. We went through, and the first one comes from who?
Scott Hodkins 3288. And Scott asked, had a friend who added a pond aerator, ran on a simple solar panel, pumped a ton, cleared it up beautifully. Are you planning on getting one?
So good question. So in our pond, we are looking for like a fountain aerator kind of thing, right? To add some oxygen into the water and clear it up. And we have talked about running it off of solar. We have to do some more research because the solar ones that we found, they don't do as many gallons per minute that we'd like.
Yeah.
So we did find some that have power that you have to plug in, and if we do it that way, we can get some solar panels and plug it into like a Jackery or a solar generator or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we have looked into that, and that's a great thing for our pond.
Definitely want it.
If we do get it, yeah.
Yeah.
We do want it in the future. Just haven't got it yet. Still doing some research for that. All right, so our next question comes from Pam M6474. And Pam asks and says, hey guys, love watching your channel. I have a question. Maybe it's just the view I get when you walk down the steps from your deck, but it looks like a tight squeeze between the steps and Thunderdome. Is this true or an optical illusion due to filming?
Ooh, well, I will say it is a little tight right there, going in between the two decks after you come off the stairs. We do have plans to kind of eliminate the traffic that walks through there. We just haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking when you come right down the stairs,
Yeah.
right on the right-hand side, there's a little gap. Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah,
I'm
in
assuming,
between the
Pam?
steps in the Thunderdome deck.
Yeah, it is a very tight squeeze, but we're going to be blocking that whole area off.
Yeah.
Eventually, I got to put railing up on Thunderdome to block that whole side too. Just haven't done it yet. So that when we built the stairs, we had that in mind, thinking, all right, if we put the stairs here, yeah, there's a little gap, but that's going to be blocked off anyway.
Yeah, and we're trying to get into the habit of just coming straight off the back stairs, right, and walk up and over towards Thunderdome stairs so we quit walking through there.
I know, I try to do the stairs all the time.
I do too, but it's hard because...
It is, because right there we're used to it.
Yeah, we're so used to it, but eventually it'll get blocked and we won't do that no more.
So no, it is not a filming angle or anything like that. It is a tight squeeze. We knew that when we built the stairs, and that's okay because we have future plans.
Yeah.
Great question.
Our next question comes from Jennifer Davis 8088. And Jennifer asks, are you going to build a greenhouse so you can grow vegetables during the winter?
Yes. The simple answer to that one is yes.
Yes.
So we have been talking about building a greenhouse kind of over by where our power pole is at. The big power pole that leads, like if you guys seen where that like abandoned cabin is next to us, that area. We do want to build a greenhouse. We're unsure of what type of greenhouse.
Yeah, we're
Kind of like,
yeah.
either like a wind tunnel kind of style, a hoop coop style.
Or an actual like house.
Not hoop coop, but hoop greenhouse, I guess.
Yeah.
Or an actual building like a strong wooden building greenhouse.
Yeah.
We don't want to rush into anything and just say, oh, let's just build this for now.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to do that. So we're still up in the air on what style to build, but 100%.
Yeah, we definitely want to have a
we want to have one.
greenhouse.
Yeah, that would be useful all year round, like you said. So,
Yeah.
Great question. All right, so this next question comes from Ga1031. Okay, and they ask, in some of your earlier videos, I saw an Ibanez bass. Do you play bass and guitar? I play bass, and it is also an Ibanez. I would love to hear you play. So, long story short, for some of you guys, yes, I have an Ibanez 5-string bass and a 7-string Ibanez guitar inside Thunderdome. So back in the Vegas days and way before, I used to be basically a self-made sound engineer. So I had a whole mixing studio, and I was in heavy metal bands and rock bands and all kinds of stuff. Played all over the place. Been there and done that, and I started getting more into the recording and mixing and mastering songs and sounds. And since I was a one-man show, I needed a bass in order to lay down some bass tracks, right? And if you play guitar, doesn't mean you're a good bass player, right? And you guys understand this, but if you play guitar, you're pretty familiar with a bass.
Yeah.
So you can lay down like basic bass lines and tracks. It's very easy to do, especially if you do it with a pick, right? So I bought a bass, so that way when I wrote songs and did stuff, I'd have a bass line that I didn't have to require somebody else to come in and lay a track down for me.
Yeah.
So yes, I do play bass, I do play guitar. That's about the extent. For that, I play a little tiny speck of trumpet now, and I used to back in the day, not anymore. But that's about it. But yes, I do play both. Been playing for about 27 years now.
Wow.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Next question comes from Teresa Hammond, 698. Question, why don't you cut the stumps down by the pond? They are hazard for the kids and they can trip and get hurt, just saying.
We do have plans on ripping those stumps out.
Yes.
During the pond rejuvenation videos we were doing, right? We did mention that we do want to rip those out. We're thinking we're going to do it with like side-by-side, bring side-by-side down, attach some chains, and try to rip them out from the root.
Yeah.
So they don't grow back. Because those trees, I don't know exactly what bushes or trees or what those are down there. I'm not sure. But they love growing in the water.
Oh, yeah.
So, and now it rained and the pond is filled back up a little bit, and now they're back kind of like in the water. So we definitely need to rip those out. We do know that they're a, falling hazard.
Oh, yeah.
But look where we live. Everywhere is a falling hazard.
Yeah, there's plenty of
everywhere.
Vines and sticks.
And fallen trees and everything. But around the pond, yes, we do want to take those out. Just haven't done it. It's everything, takes time, and you have to plan things out.
Yeah.
For it to happen. We just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
But we do plan on it. So great question.
Yeah.
All right, the next question comes from Sabrina 6966. And Sabrina, you ask, are y'all planning on getting each of the kids a plot of land to build their future homes on the 41.36? Or gifting each of the kids. Yes, we've talked about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so hopefully the plan would be when the kids get older and they're starting their adult life, we hope that they'll want to build and live on the property with us. They have the option to do that. We would give them whatever space or area they pick for their home. So hopefully, maybe they will.
Wyatt's already talked about building a cabin.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to build a cabin way over here somewhere, right? Wherever he said.
Yeah.
So he's talked about that already. There's 4 kids. It's 40 acres. So, they'll each have roughly, it's not parceled out, so don't think that.
No.
But, they got plenty of land.
Yeah, they can definitely build and live up here if and when they become adults. And
yeah, or if we're long gone, they can take where we built and put their house there if that's what they want.
Yeah,
so,
if that's what they want.
Not a big deal. Great question.
Our next question comes from Donna Carlson, 5086. Will you be having a walkway down to the pond, both sides filled with flowers from start to finish? Take care and love what you're doing.
Well, we've talked about that too. We want to, I don't know about flowers, but that's a great idea. You started planting some ditch lilies, right? Were those ditch lilies or those the daylilies?
The daylilies.
Daylilies over here?
Yeah, going up to the pond, the little hill there, I did plant some on the sides.
Yeah. We don't want to make the pathway too, even though it's flowers, but you'll get what I'm saying, too artificial.
Yeah.
We do want to keep like coming down here as much natural as we can.
Yeah.
I have talked with Gary and everybody else. I said it would be nice to like put some in-earth steps.
Yeah, especially going up that hill to the pond where I planted those flowers.
Like maybe get some railroad ties, right? And like build some steps going up and put them in the dirt.
Yeah.
So it's stairs. I think something like that would be really cool. Would be nice. The big hill, it's a lot steeper than you guys realize on camera.
Yeah.
It is. The camera doesn't show it any justice at all. But that, like planting some wildflowers and different things, maybe localized flowers that grow naturally around here would be okay. And there's a lot of flowers during the spring and stuff here anyway.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe eventually we'll put like some cool solar lights coming down with some like, we already kind of have, Melanie's put out some like gnomes and stuff on the pathway. So, you know, maybe eventually we'll put some more of that kind of gnome outdoor decoration.
I think solar lights would look really nice down the path.
I think so too.
Right. That would look nice. Something like that. We do want to make everything look nice when you come down here because, you know, when people come over and they go down to the pond, obviously walking down like a really nice, oh man, look at this walkway. That's the goal. And that's why we kept like the trees as like a cove when you walk. It's like covers you like a cove. So
yeah,
great question. Yes, we want to make it look nice, but we're not there yet.
No, not there yet.
Not there yet. All right, the next question comes from Mel Davis 7016, and they ask, what is the plan and when for a fishing shed for storing fishing equipment close to the pond?
Oh, well, we were gonna put down that patio well shed down here by the pond. That was the plan. That was gonna be for storage and stuff. But we've since changed our minds. And we're gonna build something.
Yeah, we ended up putting that shed that we got. We specifically got that shed for the pond.
Yeah.
Like that was the whole reason we even had it.
Yeah.
Right? It was for the pond. But after looking at it and thinking, and we were talking, I was like, man, like everything down here is wood and it's all, you know, natural.
Rustic looking.
Yeah, and all of a sudden there's gonna be some metal shed down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like Roxanne said, I think we're gonna build one.
Yeah, it's in our plans. As far as when we're gonna do that, I'm not real sure.
Yeah, I mean it's not really hanging out fishing season right now at the pond anyway.
Yeah, maybe next year, early next year.
Yeah, or sooner. It just depends,
yeah.
You know. But we're still looking up plans on which ones we want to build, or what we want to build, because we don't even know that. You just need like a small little closet shed.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need a lot.
No, not a lot.
So, great question, but soon.
Soon, hopefully.
Soon.
Our next question comes from Sandra Shutton 4669, and she's asking, I'm wondering if you couldn't run the stovepipes out from the front of the cabin, and then up so you didn't have to go through the roof. Talking about
you're talking about a wood stove?
A wood stove in the house.
Yes, we thought about that as well, through the side, because you guys seen those, right? You have a wood stove, it comes out the side and then goes up. We actually talked about that too.
Yeah.
We did. But it'd have to come out on to where the back deck is at.
Yeah.
And then go through that roof. So the planning for all that, I mean, we wanted to do it, but we just decided against the wood stove. Plus now we're living there and stuff. I don't know if we'd have a lot of room for that wood stove.
Yeah.
In all reality.
Yeah, now that we got like a couch and stuff in the living room area, which is where we originally were gonna put it, in that little corner there.
Yeah.
But now that we, like you said, we got everything in there, it's gonna be very cramped, I think.
It would be very cramped, just the way the door is laid out and everything. So I think we're gonna be probably going against getting a wood burner for right now. Obviously they would be the best because you got free fuel around here.
Yeah.
In a sense, right?
Yeah.
Always going to be warm and stuff, but I think the way we have things set up with the backup generator and different things, I think we're going to be completely fine. If the entire world shut down, there's no more gas, then yeah, we'd be starting a barrel fire or something, you know, but
yeah.
But other than that, I think we'll be okay as long as we have some type of electricity.
Yeah.
So, and last year we had a power outage for like 12 hours roughly, and it was cold.
Oh,
that was during the Arctic blast, and I started up the generator and plugged in the heaters, and I ran every single heater in the entire house, and the generator handled it no problem with everything else working, so I think we'll be okay. But great question. I wish we could. We just can't do it that way.
Yeah.
All right, so this next question comes from Salier Andrews 5122, and they actually asked 2 questions, so I'm gonna answer both. First one is, are you planning on fixing your tractor mower? The tractor mower, I think it's completely broke. I have to get a brand new engine for it.
Yeah, we haven't really looked into looking into a new motor for it and doing like a price comparison.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's an older one. I'm sure I can find a brand new motor for it. Fairly, I guess, inexpensive.
Probably cheaper than a new mower.
Yeah, obviously cheaper than a brand new mower. But we haven't really looked into it too much. I was very mad when that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about that. I was very mad.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been on the back burner. I don't even want to think about it right now because it's just frustrating to me.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, it's kind of a good thing right now. We don't really need the lawnmower.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just for the leaves, but
yeah.
But hopefully we can get it fixed, or we're gonna have to get a new one. We'll keep our eyeballs open for parts and different things.
Yeah.
Second question they asked was, do you guys plan to have a gazebo for entertaining and just relaxing?
Yes, we do actually have some plans with Melanie and Gary. We've been talking about it since we moved here. Over at the campsite area where we used to live, we do have plans to do kind of like a entertainment, guest houses, you know, places to stay area over there.
Yeah, we've had multiple ideas for camp.
Yeah.
I think the latest one, at first we were like, hey, let's build some guest cabins, small, tiny, dry cabins, right? Like 12 by 20s, right? Tiny ones,
yeah.
Like smaller than Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Where there's just like a bed and like a shelf, right?
Yeah.
And so we talked about building 2 of those at camp for people to come over. But the most recent thing we've all talked about was building like a park pavilion.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about? It's just the posts that go up and then a roof, and there's power there already.
Yep.
And then putting like picnic tables underneath it, and then we have the fire pit right there. So I think that would be the best thing to do over there.
Yeah.
Because then like with parties and like birthday parties and 4th of July and all that kind of stuff, we have somewhere that's covered, and it's big enough for like 3 tables. So that's kind of the direction we're going towards now, but that could change too.
Yeah.
I mean, with community stuff like that, it's all 4 of us, me and Roxanne, Melanie, and Gary. We all have to put our heads together and agree on everything. And it's pretty easy to do because all of our ideas, we all pretty much align with the same thing we want.
Yeah, or sometimes you might have an idea in your mind of like, oh, I think this would look really cool. And then you'll talk to Melanie and Gary and they're like, yeah, I was thinking that, but what if we did this too to it?
Yeah.
You know,
oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Great question. Yeah, we do have plans to do that.
Yeah.
All right, the last thing we're going to talk about, guys, it's not really a question, but we had a subscriber write us a comment, and we were like, you know what, I'm going to read this to you guys. And it is from Clented Wards 8292. And they say, I just happened to stumble across your channel about the time your sheds were delivered. I was very interested in what you all had going on because my wife and I just done a shed to home conversion in 2015.
Oh.
I had diabetes real bad, and it caused me to lose about 80% of my sight.
Oh no.
And we lost our home because my wife was the only one working and couldn't afford the payment on our home. And that's why we decided to do our shed to house. Having said that, I really love to watch Anthony learning how to do construction work because I had never done much construction work before our conversion. Have absolutely fell in love with what you and your family. I look forward to your videos and never miss one. Hope you hear my comment in a video in the near future. Love you guys, Fat Boy.
Aww.
So we wanted to read that.
Yeah.
That was a really good story. You know, with the whole shed to house, I guess kind of movement 5-6 years ago or longer, right? A lot of people are looking that direction now. And have been.
Yeah.
And like that subscriber said, you know, he had some medical issues and they ended up, because of life, had to do a shed to house. Right? And honestly, guys, a shed to house is a perfect way to go if you want to save some money.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to save some money and still have a nice house, look into that because he did that and it's working out great for him. So
yeah, and it's working out great for us.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I love my shed to house.
And You know, it's nice to hear comments like that saying they've been watching ever since our sheds got delivered, and they've been following it all along the whole time. It just makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So
you.
we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, love the support.
Yeah. So thanks for being here on this Q&A video. You ask, we answer, guys.
Yeah.
We do appreciate those questions. So go ahead and leave some more questions down in this video.
Oh, yes.
And if it's something we feel that needs to be addressed or answered, we will answer it for you. And if we don't answer your question, yours does not get picked, please don't feel bad.
Yeah, no.
There's a lot of questions, and we go through them together and like, let's answer that, let's answer this. And it's usually when there's like multiple of the same question, like 10 people ask the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll be like, all right, that question needs to be answered, because obviously they haven't heard us answer it before. So.
Yeah, or if there's just some really good questions.
Yeah, completely off the wall and nobody's ever asked us before.
Yeah.
So we like doing these videos. We like sharing the answers with you guys. So it makes us feel good. But stay safe, guys. Stay motivated. Thanks for being here on this video. And I guess we will catch you all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.